sir. Jolly well heeled. That makes 15 out of 16, sir.
Well, I shouldn't have missed that first one.
But the ball is a bit slimy, sir.
Oh, you gotta learn how to handle a wet ball perfectly. It's very important. You gotta play football as well in the rain as in the sunshine.
What a country. Top hole, I'd say, sir. You hit him a jolly old rough and tumble that time, sir.
Oh, just hitting a dummy isn't any practice. A man needs a moving target.
A moving target, sir?
Sure.
I assume I have been selected, Master Dick.
Oh, gee, that's awful nice of you, Graves, if you don't mind getting mussed up a little. Fumble, my ball!
Oh. Thank you, sir. You know, I must arrange to see a match of football one day, sir. It must be a ripping pastime, really, sir.
A letter Master Dick's been expecting.
I made it!
Really, Richard, you must speak to Junior. Why, I saw him out in the rain this afternoon, soaked to the skin, in those awful football clothes, sitting in the mud, talking with Graves. Junior, stop bolting your food. Patricia, stop fidgeting in your chair. Richard, do you mind telling me what all of these mysterious looks are about?
Well, I forgot to mention it, Mother dear, but I have my appointment to the Naval Academy, Annapolis.
Naval Academy?
Uh-huh.
Annapolis? You had something to do with this.
Of course I had something to do with it. How do you think he got his appointment?
But you know perfectly well that I want Junior to go to Oxford.
Oh, but Mother, the uniforms are so gorgeous.
And why is it that my family did not see fit to take me into their confidence?
Oh, Mother dear, don't take it that way. Well, nobody knew, except Dad and Patricia and Graves.
Oh, and I worked and hoped and dreamed of seeing my son at Oxford. Now he's going to shovel coal on a boat with a lot of foreigners.
Now, look here, Mother. It's his life, not ours.
But I've tried so hard to guide him.
Yes, and you've done a good job of it. But just remember that a boy will stand an amazing amount of letting alone.
My orders say I have to report right away. Excuse me? I better stow my things and shove off. Come on, Graves, help me.
Aye, aye, sir.
Good heavens. He's got Graves talking like a sailor.
Shake it up, you guys! Come on, snap it up. Let's get some life in this. You, Ash, hurry up! And get that lead out of your feet.
I'd like to make a lateral pass to that coach's jaw.
So would I. I wish there was some easier way to get an education.
Me too. Sure making a point the hard way. I hitchhiked down here to trade a little football for a degree, and I'm sure getting it. A third degree from that coach.
But don't weaken. Only 3 years more, and a sheepskin from this place is as good as any other.
I doubt it. Everybody knows we're football wolves and phony sheepskins. I'd like to graduate someplace where the school isn't a small cow barn attached to a concrete football stadium.
Won't you quit?
Don't worry, I'm trying to. I guess it's only a pipe dream, and I've taken the examination for the Naval Academy.
That's no bed of roses either. From what I hear, they work the pants off you.
Not if you're smart. You get $780 a year. Swell uniform, plenty of hot groceries, and every chance in the world to marry a nice, fat, blonde bankroll.
All right, Mason, break it up. You too, Ash. Come on. Get in there. Come on now, shake it up there, will you? Come on, a little life. Get down there, Ash. Come on, get under that ball. You, Ash, you lily-fingered toe dancer, I said cut and run. Save that ballet stuff for the junior prom.
Any minute now, that guy's voice is going to do something to me. Something I've been wanting to do for a whole year.
You'll take your beating with the rest of these lugs and like it. I don't like prima donnas.
I'm doing all right. I'll put the pressure on when the time comes.
I've had just about enough out of you, guy.
Hey, Raj!
What do you want, Joe?
Look what just came. I ran all the way over here. Is it Raj?
It's it.
Hey, you banjo-eyed simp, get off the field before I boot you off.
I've been waiting for this a long time.
It must be an important letter.
Well, not for a letter. For this. When he gets up, tell him I'm going to prima donna for the Navy.
Hey, shoot this down across.
You bet I will.
Boy, they're sure driving her. We're logging 32 at least, you know?
We ought to drop the hook tomorrow morning.
Well, that'd be a liberty. Look out, San Pedro, here I come.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd rather be at sea. I kind of get the blues ashore.
Message for you, Cross.
I made it. Ha ha! I made it!
Good luck,
Look.
Cross. And if you don't make good, you big lug, I personally will break your neck.
Oh, I got to make good.
Goodbye, Cross. The very best of luck. And when you come back, if you don't come aboard by the officers' gangway, I'll be mighty disappointed.
Thank you, sir. I hope we'll be shipmates again someday, sir.
Attention.
You're about to take the oath that will make you a midshipman in the United States Navy. Will you raise your right hands, please, and repeat after me what I say? Having been appointed a midshipman in the United States Navy,
Having been appointed a midshipman in the United States Navy,
I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations, gentlemen. You are now midshipmen in the United States Navy. You are officers and gentlemen in the true sense of the words. And so you will be as long as you stay in the naval service. You may choose your own roommates. 3 of you will room together. The choice that you make here is one of the most important ones in your lives, because the men who will share your room will be closest to you throughout your naval service.
Oh, did you hear that? An officer and a gentleman, all in a half an hour. By act of Congress. Boy, this Navy sure moves fast.
That's right.
Say, Dewey said that at Manila, didn't he?
No, those were Lawrence's dying words. Fight between the Chesapeake and the Shannon in 1813. Perry flew that flag to rally his men on Lake Erie.
My name's Roger Ash. I'm a fugitive from a joint laughingly called Southern Institute.
Well, my name's Cross, Truck Cross. I'm from the fleet.
Glad to know you.
Glad to know you.
I'm Richard Arnold Gates, Jr. from New York.
Hey, little one.
Hello.
I didn't know they took midgets here. Well, matey, how about keeping house together?
Why, suits me.
We have something in common anyway. You're a football man, or I don't know a cleat mark on a guy's nose when I see one.
Say, I'm a football man, too.
Quiet, sonny boy. Don't you know children should be seen and not heard?
Say, listen, fella, it takes a lot more than beef to make a football team. Somebody's got to do the thinking for you big guys.
Do you think we should take this waif in off the street before somebody steps on him?
Oh, he won't take up much room.
Okay, come on, Pee-wee.
There you are. Exhibit A.
Say, what's the idea? You practicing for a masquerade?
Size inspection.
Huh?
Yeah, they want to see that the little cleaves clothes fit properly. You got to put one of everything on, like this.
Eh?
Oh, what a cute idea.
Yeah, well, you better snap it up and get into that stuff yourself.
That's right, you better.
Hey, get a load of this. Late bell musted, 10:27. Absent bell, march off, 10:28. 16:39, 17:47. What a way of telling time.
Well, they handle time a little differently in the Navy. Now, take, for instance, 1 p.m. That's expressed as 1300. That's the 13th hour after midnight, see? It goes on until 2400. That's midnight, get it?
Yeah, imagine making a date with a girl for 7:30 and saying, well, Toots, I'll see you under the drugstore clock at 19:30.
Well, you won't be bothered by that sort of thing much for the next 4 years. Attention!
Hi, it's plenty hot, isn't it?
Climb out of the bunk, mister.
Oh, never mind the Mr. stuff. You can call me Ash. Roger, Ash.
Did anyone tell you there was to be a size inspection?
Oh, maybe somebody...
Did you or did you not know there was to be a size inspection?
Yes, sir, I knew it.
That's better. If the regulations were enforced today, as they will be tomorrow, you would be on report with enough demerits to bilge you. Get yourself ready for size inspection.
Well, one day in the Navy and already a criminal.
And he means it, too.
I'll say he does.
Say, how am I going to get all that stuff in a couple of drawers 4 inches deep? They must have designed this furniture for a nudist camp.
Yeah, you ought to try living in a destroyer. It's like keeping house in a telephone booth during an earthquake.
Oh, they even cut down on your love life. The Navy says, Mr. Ash, you may have one picture in your room. It must be in a frame inside your locker door, and it must be such and such a size.
No, that's all right. I'll lend you my frame. I won't be using it.
Oh, thanks. You know, from what I hear, we came to this school just in time. Newspapers say they've got a bunch of fellas here named Joe for a football team.
You know, the Navy doesn't care much about the newspapers. Guy plays football around here in his spare time.
How much football have you had?
Oh, not very much. I played center for my ship, you know what happened.
I played quarterback for my school, prep school. Hey!
What were you saying about fleet football before growing pains sounded off? To the sweetest boy from his greatest admirer, Pat. Can you imagine a girl writing that silly stuff to a child?
Hey, she's a pretty girl, isn't she?
Ah, I could go for her myself. She really as beautiful as this?
Twice as beautiful.
That ain't right. For the good of the service and the honor of the Navy, I, Roger Ash, will appropriate this picture and put it in my own frame, where it will receive the homage to which it is entitled. Who is she?
My sister.
Your sister?
Sure.
Boy, did we pick a roommate.
Certainly did.
It's going to be hard to explain having a midget for a brother-in-law.
Hey, you don't happen to have another picture of her, do you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you do, huh? That's so. Come on, I'll help you unpack.
Thanks, but the picture's home.
Hit it! Come on, hit it!
That's the way to go in there. That's busting them.
Nice going, Rog.
Not bad yourself.
That ass is sure a sweetheart. Boy, he has what it takes.
He's good. He's too good, but I wish he didn't know it.
Hey, good tough kid. There's Tommy Milton, the varsity coach, giving us the once-over. Who's the old battle wagon with him?
That's Captain Skinny Dawes. He's the guy that invented the forward pass. He's academy coach for years, Walter Camp's first All-American end. He hasn't missed a Navy game or practice for 40 years. They even have a special cheer for him around here.
Yeah?
Best-looking bunch of plebes we've had here in years. Almost as good as the 19-2 squad. Hey, there was a squad for you.
From the looks of that gang out there, I could use a couple of them right now on the varsity. After looking at that ash and cross, it's going to be tough waiting for them until next year. Well, good afternoon, sir.
Might have had you out to watch the plebes.
Thanks. Certainly is a good-looking squad. Huh? So long, huh?
So long, Tommy.
You know, there's something familiar about that boy, Cross.
Yeah? I've asked Captain Dawes to say a few words to you.
You men are wearing a Navy uniform for the first time. I want you to know that as long as you wear a Navy uniform, nobody cares greatly whether you win or lose. But Navy cares greatly how you play the game. And as long as you wear that uniform, you represent something more than just the Naval Academy. You're part of the spirit, ideals, and traditions of the service. Furthermore, you represent the United States. Take over, Coach.
Thank you, sir. Up till now, we've been busy learning the fundamentals and a few plays. Tomorrow, we get down to the business of practice. I particularly want to stress the importance of every man on this squad knowing the rule book from cover to cover. For instance, who can tell me the status of a fumble lateral? Fumble in your own or your opponent's end zone and which goes out of bounds.
Free ball, sir?
I want the ruling covering such a play. Well, son, do you think you know?
Yes, sir.
Let's hear it.
Rule 7, Section 8, Article 2, Item 1 says, on a backward pass or fumble, if the ball goes out of bounds between the goal lines, it shall belong to the team whose player last touched it in the field of play or end zone at the point where it crossed the sidelines.
Let me have that rule book.
Here it comes. In a minute, the coach is going to dig that all-prep business out of the little monkey, and the panic will be on.
What's your name, mister?
Richard Arnold Gates, Jr., sir.
Where'd you play football?
Westchester Prep, sir.
What position did you play?
Quarterback, sir.
Quarterback, eh? Play every game?
I played 1,800 consecutive minutes in 30 consecutive games, sir, if that's the answer to the question.
That's the exact answer. Where'd you play on defense?
Safety, sir.
What was your assignment on passing plays?
I was the passer, sir.
On running plays?
I blocked or carried, sir.
On kicking plays?
I was the kicker, sir.
You didn't referee too, did you?
No, sir.
Is there anything about football, the game, the rules, or the playing of it that you don't know, Mr. Gates?
No, sir.
I'm sure it'll be a real pleasure to see a player like Mr. Gates in action.
You said it, sir.
That's all for today, gentlemen.